We are under the lights this evening as we get you set for another edition of baseball on MLB Network. Tonight, the opener of a 3-game series between the Blues and the Cobras. It's baseball on MLB Network, and it's coming up next. Jeff Kessler, the Mississippi native, will be on the mound in this one. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, this guy pitched really well in his last outing, only allowing 1 run. If he brings that kind of stuff to the ballpark, he has a chance to pitch another gem in this one.
Striding in, Shuhei Ogawa. And as you can tell easily from the splits, he's really struggled away from their home ballpark.
Ogawa.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. First of 3 is underway on this Tuesday night as the opening pitch is taken for ball 1. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They've been playing some pretty good baseball of late as they've won 6 of their last 8 games.
Yeah, Matty, they've been playing some quality baseball. The first 4 games of this homestand, they've taken 3 out of the first 4, looking to capitalize and continue to play good ball today.
You know, Dero, this is time to get greedy. When you win 3 of the first 4, boy, if you can win 4 of the first 5, that sets up a really nice stretch of baseball. They'd love to win this one here today and keep that roll going.
And he'll lay the fastball in here to get the count back to 2-1. And this will miss as well, so he's in danger of losing the leadoff man here tonight. It's 3-1 now. Swing and a liner, but this will be speared at third, and that was self-defense all the way. 1 gone.
The left fielder, Max Taylor.
Now batting, Max Taylor. He'll get to take his first cuts here. Here's the pitch. Hit well on the ground to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Well, I think he got away with one right there. It was a fastball right down the middle, and he hit it hard, but he couldn't elevate it at all. Would have been a different story if he did.
Stepping up now, Dale Richards, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. And now a pitch on the way.
0-1.
Two out, nobody on. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. So let's take a peek at our umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Gary Simmons.
Dero, this Gary Simmons, he's the kind of umpire that pitchers really like to throw to.
Yeah, I'm okay with it, though, Dan. You want to go east-west, I'll make the adjustment. It's the north-south that'll kill you.
High fly ball out to straightaway center. Adkins is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. Ricky Villacis gets the call for game 1 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Wow, talk about a number that jumps out at you. This guy's whip, which is walks to hits to innings pitch, is less than 1 coming into this start. That's not an easy thing to do. That tells me one thing. Not only is his stuff good, but he wipes people out quick. This is a real good pitcher.
In now, Mark Lacey. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first. That one's down around the knees, taken for a strike. Guys, you take a look at our visiting club as they enter play here this evening. They've been in a nice little groove, winning 3 of their last 4 games.
Yeah, Matty, coming off a 500 homestand, you would have liked to have played better in front of your home crowd. I get that. But they have a chance to right the ship right here. Get on the winning side, push forward. Game 1 of this road trip, it's not going to be easy.
And he wasn't going to hit that one with an or. The strikeout, and there's one gone.
It's so hard to hit when you're behind the count 0-2, right? You have to protect for the fastball. You have to look for the soft stuff down and away. You're really at a disadvantage when you fall behind 0-2.
At the plate now, Jonathan Adkins, as he'll fall behind here as he goes after a fastball that might have been out of the zone. It's strike one. He comes in with that average down in the 240s. 4 home runs, 13 RBIs. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Strike two taken. A fastball that clips the inside black. Bases are empty. 1 man out. This is on the ground over to first. He's got it, and he'll take it onto the bag himself. 2 gone now here in the first.
Batting third, the third baseman, Paul Taylor.
Standing in, Paul Taylor. And as you take a look at the splits here, he's actually better against right-handed pitching this season. Here comes the first pitch. Bounce towards the second baseman. Oh, and he can't pick it up cleanly.
Batting fourth, the first baseman, Brad Benton.
Into the box, Brad Benton. And he'll watch one miss up and away for a ball. 1-0. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Throw over to first, and a dive, but he's back. Here's a fastball low, and he's behind 2-0. Three and 0 now.
If I'm managing this hitter right here, he doesn't even have to look down at the third base coach. You know he's got the green light. He's one of the best hitters in your lineup.
Ready with the 3-0. Now a check swing, but it's strike one anyway, says the home plate umpire. Taylor leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. And a full count now, 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Junior will get there, and he puts it away to retire the side. At the plate, Derek Richardson.
Leading off for the Blues, the first baseman, Derek Richardson.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Left side. And a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch he sees, and he's on to open up the inning.
Batting fifth, the center fielder, Johnny Jr.
Digging in now, Johnny Jr. And there's a look at his home and road splits so far this year. From the stretch, and he tries to hold back on the swing, but I think it would have been ruled a strike anyway. It's 0-1. Comes set, and the 0-1 fouled away.
Good speed at first and good speed with a guy at the dish. Going to be tough to double up these guys. If you're an infielder, got to get rid of it quick.
looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
I love a well-executed changeup, especially one down in the zone. The only problem throwing it in that situation, you leave that belt high or miss your spot just a hair, and you could have some problems.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Tough pitch to lay off there, but he did, and it's even up at 2-2.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there. Really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
Still 2-2. Runners off for second. Takes this the other way to right. But the catch is made on the line out there. Will they have a shot at doubling him off first? Now a throw behind the runner, and it's in time to get him. And that, folks, is the danger of the hit and run. First pitch on its way. Mackenzie Van Poppel is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. The windup and the 0-1. 2-1. Fouled off. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Popped him up. Right over to his right. He makes the play, and that'll end the inning. Standing in, Michael Wright. And there you see the numbers over his last 8 contests. He's really been leading the charge for this team. Here it comes. First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. Villacis has made a name for himself as a starter that simply misses the barrel of the bat. He rarely allows a large number of hits, and he does a pretty good job at keeping the ball in the ballpark when the hitters do make contact.
Yeah, Matt, and that's not an easy thing to do. I think one of the reasons is he changes speeds really well, and he throws both sides of the plate. One of the keys to missing the barrels, you have to be able to throw inside and throw outside, and he's about as good as it gets in baseball at missing barrels.
The left fielder, Richard Wise.
So coming to the plate, Richard Wise drove in one of his team's 2 runs in yesterday's game. Here's the first pitch to him. And he'll look at a fastball that doesn't miss by a whole lot. It's 1-0. Bottom of the second here with no score. And this catches the outside corner, strike 1.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike zone. It'll be interesting to see if this lineup can adjust to the way he pitches.
And here's a fastball, not close, as he runs it to 2-1 now. He's fallen behind now, 3-1. He loses him on ball 4.
Boy, oh boy, that's a tough one for the pitcher. He's definitely wondering, where the heck was that pitch? I think he called it high, but our strike zone says otherwise.
Into the box, Glenn Suarez. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Runner at first here, 1 man out. There's a good breaking ball as it gets the bottom of the zone. The 1-1 home. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Junior is there to put it away, and the runner will be forced to retreat back to first.
Batting in, the right fielder, King Giles.
Coming to the plate now, King Giles. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. Up the middle and off the pitcher's leg. Fortunately, he's able to stick with it and get the out at first, and that'll put an end to the inning. So stepping in, Howard McKinnon, and he's really been feeling it at the plate the last week or so. Definitely one player to keep your eye on right now. First pitch coming, here it is. And he takes ball 1.
Ball 1, no strike.
That swung on and missed. We're even at 1-1. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss as he ran the fastball right by him for the first out.
One of the big advantages to pitching ahead in the count if you're a pitcher, because you have to cover both pitches if you're a hitter. You have to cover the off speed and the fastball. And in a 1-2 count, you might be sitting off speed, and what happens? He gets the fastball, and he can't catch up to the express.
Stepping in now, Morgan Thomas, and it's fouled away. And you see that average below the dreaded Mendoza line. Here's the 0-1. Bat explodes as this has popped up. And he'll find a way to dodge the shrapnel out there to make the play for route number 2. Now at the plate, Ricky Villacis. First pitch of the at-bat.
Well, that's in.
Third inning, no score to this point. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
Can't fall behind against the pitcher. Need to minimize pitch count against the easy outs, and this is certainly one of them.
Now the 2-0.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. Tried to bury one down and away, but it's a full count now. 3-2.
Well, he really needs to make this guy swing the bat right here. He's not the type of hitter you want to dance around with.
And he fouls this one off. And another foul ball. A payoff pitch one more time. Weak grounder down the line at third. But this will get foul, so they'll do it again. 3-2. And And he struck him out, so he was forced to make 9 pitches that at-bat, but he'll take it as the inning is over. Now to the plate, the pitcher, Jeff Kessler. He'll get us going in the home half of inning number 3.
Kessler.
First pitch on its way. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. Down and away, ball 1.
1-1.
Outside, 2-1.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
The 2-1 home.
Ball, that's upstairs.
Well, that sets up a big pitch right here, Matt, because you don't want to lose the leadoff guy in a scoreless game. It's tough to work around the leadoff walk.
And that can't find the zone either. It's ball 4, and on just 5 pitches, he's walked the pitcher leading off the inning.
And don't forget, he lost his last time out, so he wants to get off on the right foot here. The last thing he wanted was to walk the leadoff man.
So digging in now, Mark Lacey. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder. Perfect time for a mound visit right here. Just give him a breather, a chance to collect himself and get back to work.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Now this is the kind of count this guy feeds on at the plate. You can bet he's geared to hit the fastball right here.
2-0 count. The pitch down the third baseline, but a foul ball, and it's 2-1 now. From the belt, kicks and deals. Popped up. Richardson has room in foul territory. 1 down.
The center fielder, number 32, Jonathan Adkins.
Coming to the plate now, Jonathan Adkins. 0 for 1 here in the early going. First offering on its way. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball. And facing right-handed pitching so far this season, Adkins hits in the 240s, so there's room for improvement in that regard.
He'd be the first to tell you he's not happy with his batting average this season, but he can beat you in a variety of different ways, and he has to because he wouldn't be here otherwise.
McKinnon is over, and he tucks it away for the second out.
Third baseman, number 3, Paul Taylor.
Settling in now, Paul Taylor. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And a fastball close, but ultimately ruled a ball. 1-0. Bottom of inning number 3, 0-0 our score. It's a high fly ball headed for the left field corner. If it stays fair, it's gone. But it bends just foul into the second deck. Hit the target, but this is low. 2-1.
I don't blame him for not coming over the heart of the plate. He circled this guy on the lineup card when he got to the yard today. He's been swinging one of the hotter bats in the game.
Here's the 2-1. Cutter got up on him pretty quickly there, and it's back to even 2-2. Line drive to center field. Junior is going to have room out there as he puts this away to retire the side. So striding in, Shuhei Ogawa.
This game is rolling right along as we move into the middle innings with no score. You'd think by now one of these two teams would be able to get some base runners on and get them in, but that hasn't been the case.
Strike one to start the at-bat. The windup and the 0-1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue or does somebody score here?
I think this continues for a while, Matt. Both of these pitchers are throwing very well, throwing strikes, having good command of their off-speed pitches. This is
scooped up. Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth.
Oh, man, right there. Just an incredible play from one of the best shortstops in the game. Great job going to his backhand, but it's the release that makes all the difference, boys. With speed going down the line, he had to throw that across the diamond super fast, and he did just that. And he's slower with the exchange, and I think that's a knock. Awesome play.
Max Taylor is at the plate as he looks at ball one. Just one hit apiece for both of these clubs. And a fastball here that's taken for ball two. Too tight with that one. 3-0.
I'd be shocked if this wasn't a 4-pitch walk right here. He doesn't want to mess around and leave something over the heart of the plate and get beat in this situation.
Fastball catches the black there for a called strike.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Here's the two-seam fastball that bears in a bit too tight. It's ball four.
Well, in a scoreless game, you want to do anything you can to jumpstart your offense. With the speed of this guy on first, don't be surprised if he gets the green light here.
Digging in, Dale Richards. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Prior to the at-bat, a check on first. Has a look, now the pitch. And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Pitching has the upper hand early as we're scoreless in inning number 4. Now a throw over, and he just manages to get his hand in. And he falls behind now, 2-0.
That's a great call right there. Fastball away with a guy who's got some jets on first base. Almost like a hybrid pitch out. Great for a catcher if that guy's running. Easy transfer throw to second base.
The 2-0.
Ball 3.
Runners on first with one down. And he misses again. Ball 4. And that's back-to-back guys now that have reached base via the base on ball.
Well, they've struggled offensively in this one so far, but after that walk, they've got runners at first and second and look ready to make a little noise. Just need a big hit now.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Derek Richardson. He reached on a single in his first try.
Yeah, guys, everyone knows he's been slumping. Dan, you can certainly attest to this, only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. But pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
1 ball, no strikes to count. Here's the 1-0. Now both runners on the move. Pulled high in the air out to left field. Wise comes on now and puts it away for the second out of the inning. Throw back to second, and that's a double play. A couple of walks, but no damage. Don't touch that remote. More on MLB Network right after this. Stepping up to the plate, Brad Benton. He flew out in his last at-bat.
Brad Benton.
Here comes the first pitch. Sliced hard but foul. Look out over there.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
And he powers a cut fastball by him that time, and he's in charge now, 0-2.
Man, it's a pitcher you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Holds off on the slurve that time, and it's 1-2. And he won't go after the cut fastball. 2-2. And he tries to get him to reach for it, but it stays outside. 3-2.
From 0-2 to 3-2, what a great at bat to start this inning off. Hey, this could be a productive inning.
Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. Line to shortstop, and there's one away.
Catcher number 4, Michael Wright.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Michael Wright. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time. Here's the first pitch to him. Swing and a miss on the slurve. Strike one. Fastball well outside. One out, nobody on. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. And he takes a big swing here, but this winds up a little tapper to the left of the mound. Throw, and he's called out on a close play at first.
Now back, left fielder, Richard Wise.
Stepping into the box, Richard Wise. He drew a walk his first time up. Now the pitch. Ripped down the line, but a foul ball here. 0-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Fastball called for strike 2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. Ready to go in the top of the 5th, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder Johnny Jr. First pitch coming. Here it is. Jr. digs in at 6'2" and swings the bat from both sides of the batter's box. This is the final year of his current deal, so he'll be a free agent at season's end.
I know you have to have teammates on base to drive runs in, but this guy has had a knack all year of coming through with clutch hits at the right time to put his team on top or come back in some big games. He leads the team in RBIs as he approaches the final push towards free agency.
The 1-2 is looked at for ball number 2. Good job going down and hanging with it that time. Here now the 2-2. Line to the right side. And that's a base hit, so the pressure's on to open up the inning.
Yeah, man, he's locked in and pretty dominant since the first, so as long as he can get back in that groove with the next batter, he's not going to worry too much about it.
pitch, a check at first. At the plate, Mackenzie Van Poppel standing in from the right side as he takes strike one. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. The 0-1 pitch. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball one. Here's a look over to first. Just keeping him close. A runner at first with no outs here. A ball and 2 strikes now. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Now a 58-foot curveball that misses for a ball. There's a fastball well off the plate for a ball.
Got to believe that runner from first is going to be in motion, especially in this situation. As an offensive player, just hit something hard because those defenders are going to be moving.
Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. And he'll finally just wear him down as this one swung on and missed for the first out.
Nice two-seam fastball there. You don't usually see a lot of swings and misses with that pitch unless it's really moving. So that one must have had some real good late life.
So now to the plate, Howard McKinnon. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Pitch out, nothing doing. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Too high, and it's 3-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one, but that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And there's a strike as he'll try to work his way back. It's 3-1. Lifted in the air toward the line and right, but this is going to wind up a foul ball. Throw over to the bag, and he'll get back in safely. Runners on first with 1 down. And he misses with that one for ball 4. So that'll put runners on first and second now with 1 away.
I know one thing. He earned that free pass right there. He was tempted with some really good pitches, but he stayed disciplined and drew the walk.
Stepping in, Morgan Thomas comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Here comes the first pitch. Hard on the ground towards short, and a sliding effort there at short, but this ball finds its way through for a base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Boy, it's been tough to score in this one so far through the 5th inning, but that RBI base hit right there is a nice breakthrough.
Yeah, it's been a great pitcher's duel up until this point. They've been executing on the bump without question, but that RBI knock right there might set the tone for the later innings.
Standing in now, Ricky Villacis, as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. 0 for 1 after he took a look at strike 3 in his first plate appearance. Oh, 1 count, and the pitch lifted into the air out towards center field. Center fielder giving chase. He gets there to make the catch, but this should bring home a run as the runner tags from third. And it's a sac fly and an RBI. It's now a 2-0 game.
Great work to do a job right there. He's not a big power bat, so he was looking to get a fly ball to the outfield and give his guy at third a chance.
Now at the plate, Shuhei Ogawa. First pitch on its way. Laid off the bender there, but it's in for a called strike. Already 24 pitches to this point in the inning.
Nope.
There's the knuckle curve laid off. 1-1. From the belt, kicks and deals.
Count is 1 and 2.
Line drive to left. And that'll get down for a base hit.
Boy, it's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a quality pitch on the inside half of the plate right there. Try to bust him in, D-Row, and he fights it off the other way.
Yeah, you tip your hat to the pitcher right there. He executed his pitch, but nice job by the offensive player fighting. It doesn't matter what it looks like. A knock's a knock.
To the plate now, Max Taylor, as he'll take a called strike here on a borderline pitch at strike 1. And we'll see what he can do here. 2 on, 2 away, 2 home so far this inning. Looking to minimize the damage here. Swung on, but it's pulled foul wide of third. Coming up now on 30 pitches in the inning. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. The next 0-2 misses, and that'll move it to 1-2 now.
Big spot right here. That's a great pitch to try and see if you could get him to fish outside the zone. He's still in the driver's seat right now, and I'd expect something else to miss off the plate.
The 1-2. Misses for the second ball.
This is a huge pitch right here. I don't think he wants to go 3-2 and have those runners be in motion. Look for him to be aggressive with what he thinks is his best pitch right now.
2 down, runners at first and second. Way inside with that one. A pretty easy take there.
What we're seeing here is a really smart at bat. They got to be thinking the man on the mound is getting a little short on gas, so when you go up there and make him throw a bunch of pitches, you're more likely to get a good pitch to hit, or at least force him out of the game.
Good opposite field power here, taken high and deep to right. And that ball is over the wall out toward the cove. A home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him as they extend the lead to 5-0.
Hey, that's the price you pay right there when you try and sneak a fastball past this guy. Power hitter, and every power hitter in the league knows you got to start with the numero uno, number 1, man. You got to get on the heater and adjust to everything else, and he did just that.
Now time called here as here comes the skipper from the third base dugout. And a change is forthcoming as that's going to do it for his starter here this evening. So he'll depart here in the 5th after working just 4 2/3, and he's on the hook for the L unless this one turns around. Jeremy Kilpatrick enters from the bullpen to do the pitching. In now, Dale Richards. As he pops the first pitch foul behind the plate. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. And here's a pitch swung on and missed. 1-2 now. Here's the pitch. Two out, nobody on. Had to sit back on the changeup, and he did a good job to get the bat on that one. That's lifted the other way out to left. Wise is in his tracks now, and he will make the catch, so that'll do it. But not before 5 crossed the plate, with the big blow being this 3-run home run. Bottom of the 5th coming up. Uranus is out in front here, 5-0. Leading off the inning, Glenn Suarez, and they'll need him to get something going here. First pitch of the at-bat on its way.
Off the plate, ball 1.
Count now a ball and a strike. This is line to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So the leadoff man reaches in their half of the 5th.
Now batting, right fielder, King Giles.
Into the box, King Giles, as he'll go after the first pitch and bounce it into foul territory. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball. The 0-2 home. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out.
You hear that phrase, climb the ladder, all the time? That's pretty much what he did right there. When you change the hitter's eye level with each pitch in that at-bat, it becomes very hard for him to adjust and put the bat on the ball. He made that strikeout look real easy.
At the plate now, Jeremy Kilpatrick, as he will take a look at a fastball in there as that strike zone expands just a little. It's 0-1. Runner at first here, 1 man out. Maybe a favorable call there, taken for a strike.
You got to cover the whole plate now after letting him steal 2 strikes on the inside half.
Holds off on the slurve that time, and it's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
He went with the off speed there once he got him to 0-2, but now that they both missed, I think we'll see more of a challenge pitch here. You don't have to give in, but you can't be too cute either.
Here now the 2-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
That's a pretty good pitch right there. That fastball on the inner half of the plate. You can see that he just isn't able to get those arms extended, and pretty ugly swing right there.
At the plate, Mark Lacey, as he'll take one up in the zone, but indeed in the strike zone for the first strike. He's 0 for 2 in the ballgame so far. Here's a cutter that's off the plate, 1-1. A runner on first with 2 away. Hard on the ground towards short, and he'll go the short way to retire the side. So no runs on a hit here, no errors, 1 man left on. 5 innings complete. Uranus is on top, 5-0. Next will be the cleanup hitter, Derek Richardson. He'll try and get things started as we begin inning number 6. First delivery to him on the way.
1-0.
Kilpatrick stands 6'2" and throws from the right side. His contract is set to expire at the end of this season, so he may end up hitting the market this winter.
Some guys only get to free agency 1 time in their career. This guy has a chance to get there for a second time and in the prime.
Pretty well struck high and deep to left field. And he's going to have room to put this one away, and that's the first out.
The center fielder, number 6, Johnny Jr.
Ready now, Johnny Jr. He singled his last time up. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Now we'll see some action in the bullpen as the lefty starts to get loose. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Sent on the ground out to second. Reined in. And the 6th inning is progressing quickly here. Now 2 away.
Now batting, the second baseman, Mackenzie Van Poppel.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Mackenzie Van Poppel. He'll swing it from the left side right here. Here comes the first pitch. And he misses inside with that one, ball 1. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner. Into the cove, but foul. Two and 2.
Might have been taking all the way right there. That pitch couldn't have split the strike zone any better, and you can bet he wants that one back at the plate.
Lifted the other way out to left center. Center fielder giving chase. He makes the catch. What a play on the run to end the inning. Now to the plate, Jonathan Adkins. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully.
First offering on its way. In there, no balls and a strike.
0-1's the count.
Swing and a line drive. Leaps high as he makes the catch. Well done.
Off the bat, that had soft base hit written all over it, but a nice snag there by the infielder on that soft liner that could have been a potential base hit.
So striding forward now, Paul Taylor. First pitch on its way.
1-1. Count 1-0.
Man, this guy's had their number all game long. Up, down, in and out. He's pitching very well.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
Hey, every ball club has that spark plug guy, and this is the guy right here. He usually ignites a lot of productive innings.
And wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Great job of doubling up with a fastball inside. A lot of times you'll see a pitcher go in there, but they won't go back in there a second time. This guy's not afraid to pitch inside.
The 2-1 home.
Ball 3. Count.
Well, it's a pretty well-known fact that your batting average goes up as you get into more favorable hitters counts, and that's especially true when we're talking about this kind of hitter. Not a great spot to be in if you're the pitcher.
Comes with the fastball, but it's outside for ball 4.
Now back, first baseman, Brad Benton.
Riding in once again, Brad Benton. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. But this is hauled in by the second baseman.
The catcher, number 4, Michael Wright.
Ready for another shot now, Michael Wright. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here comes the first pitch. And that's high for a ball, 1-0. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen. The set and the 1-0 pitch. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. 2 out with the man at first. All over that one, but a little out in front. Foul ball. Here now the 2-2. High in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Another try at 2-2. And the cutter got him swinging. Strike 3, and the side is retired. Seventh inning ready to roll, and that'll give way to the third baseman, Howard McKinnon.
Howard McKinnon.
First pitch of the at-bat. Bounce to first. He's got it. And he'll step on first for the out. 3 unassisted.
Now batter, the shortstop, Morgan Thomas.
Digging in and looking for more, Morgan Thomas. He came through with an RBI single in his last at-bat. Here's the first pitch to him. Ball 1 as he lays off below the zone. And that's too high. Ball 2.
2 balls, no strikes.
Down low, and the plot thickens here. 3-0.
Well, he knows it, but this is the kind of guy you just have to go right after. He's not the biggest threat with the bat, so it's time to challenge him right here.
And that's in there. 3-1. Hitters count all the way. Here it comes. Down the left field line and deep. And no one can get there. It's a foul ball. 1 out, nobody on. And a swing and a miss here, so it's a quick 2 outs to start the 7th.
Not too often you see an at-bat go from 3-0 to a strikeout, so that's a pretty good job on the mound right there. Kind of nice that he got a free strike on the 3-0 take, but he still had to put it in the zone.
So now to the plate, Ricky Villacis. Hit hard, but foul. 0 for 1 with a run batted in thus far. The windup and the 0-1. And he watches one dip low and inside for a ball. 1-1. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over.
It's time for the traditional 7th inning stretch.
Last half of the 7th here. Coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Richard Wise.
Starting to run out of time. They haven't been able to score any runs as we're moving late into this one. A perfect time for this leadoff guy to try to get on base and ignite a rally.
There's the cut fastball, but it's low. 1-0.
Ball 1, no strike.
And this is a fastball that's right on the black, but ruled a ball. It's 2-0 now. Three and 0 now. Glenn Suarez will be next. 3-0 pitch. And that misses. Ball 4. It's a leadoff walk to start the home 7th.
Well, they haven't been able to scratch a run across yet, so maybe this walk will jumpstart their offense a little bit.
Now in the box, Glenn Suarez. First offering on its way.
Got to believe the pitcher's going to trust his defense right here. Look for something down in his zone to induce a ground ball double play.
Nobody out, runner on first. And this one's in the dirt, but it won't skip away far enough for the runner to advance. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. Hit hard back up the middle. In there, a base hit.
Hey, this might be their best opportunity to at least get on the board. They've been struggling offensively, and they find themselves with 2 runners on board. Let's see if they can continue it.
Skipper out of the dugout, making the slow trek to the mound. And he's going to motion for his bullpen here. That'll do it for the starter tonight. Tired a bit as he reached the 7th, but he's got a shot at the victory if his bullpen can help him out. Alexander Barrios comes on now, and he'll take over with nobody out in inning number 7. Digging in, King Giles, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
He's set, and the pitch. No balls and 1 strike. For the current campaign, Giles brings a batting line of barely over 200, so there's certainly some room for improvement there.
Matty, he struggled this season against left-handed pitching, but maybe a little shot of confidence with the manager putting him in the lineup today.
On he pops it up, and this is going to wind up as extra bases, as that'll play 1 for sure and maybe a second. And not in time as the run scores.
Boy, that's an aggressive send there, D-Lo, because this outfielder has a very strong throwing arm.
Yeah, when you're sitting in a hitter's meeting, that's stuff they go over. So every base runner is on notice, knowing that this guy's got one of the strongest arms in the league, but they challenged him, and it worked.
Sean McKee will get the call here as he'll hit for the pitcher.
McKee.
Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Sent in the air out to straightaway central. Long run for the center fielder. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he'll get into third here on the flyout, so he's 90 feet away here with 1 gone.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with 1 out.
So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Mark Lacey. And their runners at the corners now. He's ready. Here's the first offering. And he jumps at a changeup, a swing and a miss.
Great job by the pitcher right there to pull the string. He knew he had an aggressive hitter at the plate, somebody who was sitting on fastball and ready to do damage, and he was able to slow him down right there and get him off balance.
Behind 0-2 now. Runners are at first and third, 1 away. Now a throw over, but the runner's back easily. And he popped him up. Thomas is there. 2 gone.
The center fielder, number 32, Jonathan Adkins.
Into the box now, Jonathan Adkins. 2 outs and 2 runners aboard here in the 7th inning. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes.
Nope, that's down.
Now the 1-0 is a changeup that's looked at for a ball.
Has to be a challenge pitch coming up here. He probably doesn't want to flirt with loading the bases.
The 2-0 on the way.
Ball 3.
Well, this has been a long inning already, and I know he doesn't want it to get any longer. I expect a challenge pitch right here.
Here it comes, the 3-0. Hard ground ball to third. Oh, and it eats him up a bit. And the runner from third scores as they try and work their way back into this one. Now a 5-2 game.
Well, a part of me wants to applaud him for staying with it and making the throw, but after he bobbled it, he should have just eaten the ball and lived to fight another day. As it is, he gets tagged with an error, and a man is on base.
David Pierce takes the mound now, and it appears he's being brought in to face the right-handed batter who waits next.
Yeah, you usually don't hear the term righty specialist very often, but that's kind of how they're using him here, Matt. Most hitters have a harder time against pitchers of the same handedness, so we'll see if this move pans out.
Paul Taylor will be his first assignment as he steps in with 2 men in scoring position now, but also 2 away. Hoping to limit the damage, here's the pitch.
No problem with that take right there. First pitch from a reliever, got to calibrate that velocity.
Comes set, the 0-1.
Nope, that's a ball.
Second and third, 2 away. Takes this the other way to right, and that's in there, base hit. And a relay home, but not in time as the run scores and the lead is trimmed to 1.
Boy, talking about having ducks on the pond right there, D-Row.
I know everybody wants to hit a home run. Those are the ones you remember, but without question, Dan, 2 out, 2 RBI knocks with runners in scoring position right there. You remember these knocks.
Standing in now, Brad Benton. That's a strike to throw down. Throw won't get him. Four runs here in this half inning. And that's in there as well, 0-2 now.
Boy, this is one of those ABs you like to hit the rewind button on. Put himself in a tough spot now, hitting with 2 strikes.
Here's the 0-2.
Ball 1. Count 1 and 2. That pitch is up. Count is 3-2.
Wow, this is a pretty good at bat right here. From down in the count 0-2 to work the count back to 3-2, and he's seen a lot of pitches too.
Fly ball out toward left center field. Long run for the center fielder. He's got it as the tying run is left on base. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. 8th inning coming up. The Blues are out on top 5-4. Michael Jordan has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th. Ready to begin the 8th, and coming forward the rookie outfielder Shuhei Ogawa.
Shuhei Ogawa.
Comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch.
Count 1-0.
Jordan Playing here in his age 31 season, he's a veteran of 13 years at the major league level, which really points to the consistency he's shown since he first broke in.
Yeah, Matty, you ain't kidding right there. 10 years, we refer to that in the biz as hitting full pension.
Looked like the sinker there dipped a little below the knees.
That's where he wants that sinker to end up, but that was a nice job of laying off.
Now the slider gets the call in the bottom part of the zone.
Nasty 2-0 slider right there for a strike. No shame in tipping your hat.
Set to deliver on 2-1.
That's ball 3.
And just when you needed a shutdown inning, a leadoff walk was certainly not on the agenda. He needs to bear down right here.
And a good take there will net him a base runner as it's ball 4 now to start the 8th inning.
Looked like he might have gotten squeezed a little bit right there, and you know he's talking to himself in his head about it. That kind of stuff goes both ways, though. Hitters get their fair share of crummy calls going against them, too.
Max Taylor will stand in as he's accounted for one of the biggest at-bats of the game so far. A 3-run shot back in the 5th that's really energized his ball club. First delivery to him on the way.
Inside, ball 1.
Hits are even right now at 5 aside. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball.
Big sweeping breaking ball right there. Good pitch. But if he wants to get him to swing at it, he'll have to bring it in a little bit closer to the strike zone.
And he lays off again, ball 3.
Got to find a way to get back in the zone. I know you're in danger of losing both to walks, but certainly don't miss over the heart of the plate and have this guy gap one, or even worse, hit a 2-run homer.
The 3-1. Swung on and missed. A full count now. Now the 3-2 pitch. Fouled away. He'll try it again, 3-2. And he lays off there, ball 4. So back-to-back walks have him in business here with nobody out.
Now batting, catcher, Gale.
Stepping in, Dale Richards, as the switch hitter will take his cuts left-handed here.
Well, if you're looking for pop, he definitely has more pop, more home run potential hitting from the left side. This is his power side.
He's set. Here it comes.
Ball.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
The 1-0 home. A ball and a strike now. Now the 1-1 pitch. Takes a pass and misses. That's strike 2.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
Number 3 hole hitter up right now. Cleanup guy on deck. 2-ball, 2-strike count. I think pitcher wants to make something happen right here.
Trying to nibble here, and he misses to run it full now. 3-2.
Well, no doubt in my mind, this has been the at-bat of the night so far.
Working for the punch-out and the offering. And this is swung on and missed. And, boy, they took care of a key man there. One away.
Well, his struggles continue. It's been a rough go of it at the plate with him, and watching this at-bat, it's clear to me that his rhythm and timing, they're just all off. Even as a pitcher like I was, you can tell these things and exploit them.
Stepping in now, Derek Richardson, as he will take strike one on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. With runners in scoring position this season, Richardson is below the Mendoza line. Batting average under 200, unfortunately.
Matty, he struggled against right-handed pitching all season long, but he just needs a few knocks today, maybe to get the confidence going. I don't think this is the norm for this ball player.
That misses. 1-2. First and second now, one man out. Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
Into the box now, Johnny Jr. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Line drive to center field. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning is over. Lucas Morse is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Leading off the inning, Michael Wright, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
This thing's far from over, even though we're moving into the back end of this game. Only down by 1. All they need to do is get this leadoff guy, and they're an extra base hit away from tying this thing up.
Circle change there, called strike 1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Pitch taken several inches below the zone, in fact. The 1-1 home.
I got to count 1 and 2. All 2.
Struck him out. Second time tonight now that he's been set down on strikes.
People always talk about how important getting the leadoff man on base is, and it's true. So in the 8th inning of a 1-run game, that's a really nice job of attacking a hitter and sending him packing.
Into the box, Richard Wise. As with one away, he can't make contact on the first pitch. It's strike one. It was a walk in his last trip. The windup and the 0-1. Chased a low ball there, and he's quickly down in the count 0-2.
This hitter right now looks overmatched with a fastball. I think you go right back to it.
Bases are empty, one man out. Trying to get him to chase the cutter there. A ball and 2 strikes. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Here's a blooper out toward left center. Thomas onto the grass. He gets there, and that's the second out.
Now batting, the second baseman, Suarez.
At the plate, Glenn Suarez. Third baseman hugging the line here. Now the first pitch. No balls and a strike to count. 2 out, nobody on. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Down the left field line and deep. And this is going to get down. It's a foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Well, that's a smart miss there. Sometimes guys will chase it down there, especially when they're in protect mode on an 0-2 count.
And it's to 2-2 now with the bases empty and 2 gone here in the inning. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Good battle here. This will be the 7th pitch coming up. And good patience to hold back on the curveball in the dirt. It's full now, 3-2.
Hey, this guy's a hard guy to put away. He's fouling off some tough pitches. 2-2 count, and he just seems to keep hanging right in there.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Now batting, right fielder.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Digging in, King Giles. Man at first after the 2-out walk. From the stretch. And a cut fastball in there for a strike. It's 0-1.
This is where you got to take stock in the situation. Adjust your batting gloves and realize you need a gapper to score this guy from first. If nothing less, pass the baton to the guy behind you and keep the line moving.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1.
Number 10, Buford Christian.
A runner on first with 2 away. Runner goes. Strike taken. The throw is not in time as he just gets in ahead of the throw.
Number 10, Buford Christian.
Strike 3, and the potential tying run left on base as the inning is over. So no runs here on no hits, no errors, and a runner left. We've played 8 full. Uranus leads this one 5-4. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Ed Robinson will come on now, and he'll slide into the 7 spot in the lineup following the double switch. Jason McIntosh will also come on now as he'll move into the pitcher's number 9 hold in the order here on that double switch.
Number 25, Jason.
Digging in the switch hitter, Mackenzie Van Poppel. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Ready to deliver. Here's the first pitch. The 1-0.
Ball. 2-0.
All over the place to start the ninth. It's 3-0 now.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
The 3-0 is in there for strike 1. The 3-1 pitch. This is in the air to right. Giles is there, 1 away.
The batter, the third baseman, Howard McKinnon.
At the plate, Howard McKinnon. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. From the stretch, here's the pitch. And looks like he got the call there on the pitch inside. It's 0-1. One-run game here in the top of the ninth. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. And now a left-hander will start to get ready in the bullpen. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Long run for the center fielder. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Now batting, the pitcher, Morgan Thomas.
Now at the plate, Morgan Thomas. Here comes the first pitch. Sent on the ground out to second. Scooped up. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Freddie Castillo comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the ninth inning.
Freddie Castillo.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And that'll give way to the veteran second baseman, Jason McIntosh. Now the pitch. And here's a first pitch curveball that bounces on him there. It's ball 1.
You know, something to keep in mind, they're really burning through that bullpen, and this is only the first game of the series. Definitely could have an impact on the rest of the series, and maybe even the whole week ahead.
Now a big fastball, and he's well behind it with the swing. Oh, I think his eyes lit up when he saw that pitch coming up at his eye level.
Oh, you think? If you've got a good fastball like he does, that location can be really effective. It looks so tempting to the hitter, but making contact on that pitch can be very tough.
1 ball and 2 strikes the count. The 1-2. Sent in the air out to straightaway center. Junior is right there, 1 down.
The batter, number 7, shortstop, Mark Lacy.
So the batting order turns over now and set to go Mark Lacy. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Fouled off.
It's going to be back to some serious tee work if he can't put that pitch in play right in his wheelhouse.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball. 1-1. One out, nobody on. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2.
Even though he was fooled in the box right there by that pitch, he was able to keep his hands back, not overcommit, and stay in this at-bat.
Down the first baseline, but this will wind up a foul ball. 2-2. And here's a pitch inside, and that got him.
Wow, you never want the tying run on base, especially that way. Looked like he lost his release point, and the ball ran inside until it caught him. Now we'll see if he can work around it.
Ready for another chance? Jonathan Adkins. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Quick check on that tying run at first. He's set and the pitch. Popped him up. Van Poppel has a play. He's got it, and there are 2 down now.
Now batting, third baseman, Paul Taylor.
Into the box now. Paul Taylor is looking for hit number 3 here in this at-bat. First pitch on its way.
1-0.
Just missed with that heater, but even if he wanted to swing, I don't think he could have caught up to that one.
Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. He's running. A pitch out. The throw. And they still don't get him as he's in safely at second with a stolen base. Certainly a very close play at second on that bag, so let's analyze it with show track. We all know he's got plus speed on his side, and you really see it represented in the top speed. That really made the difference on that one. The 2-0 pitch. Still no thought of a challenge here as they'll run it to 3-0 now. So far this season with runners in scoring position, Taylor averages a hit once every 4 at-bats. An average at exactly 250. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. And that misses ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out.
The closer is supposed to slam the door on his opponent, but he left the door wide open with a walk there. We'll see if they can capitalize on it.
Ready once again, Brad Benton. His day at the plate hasn't amounted to much, 0 for 4, but this is a great opportunity to make amends.
Well, when your team really needs you, like they need it right here, you have to be able to put your personal struggles out of your mind. Right now is all that matters.
Trying to hang a 0. Here's the pitch. This pitch is popped up. Richards is under it, makes the catch, and that's the ball game.
Yeah, and they just keep on keeping on. Got a nice little run going here, winning 4 in a row and playing with a lot of confidence. Success is never guaranteed in this game, so you have to appreciate it when it comes.
This evening's game comes to an end, 5-4, the final tally. The Blues used a nice 5th inning to take the lead, and they never gave it back. Ricky Villacis earns the win, his 2nd. Freddie Castillo closes the door for the save, his 13th of the year. So that's a wrap for us here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Mark DeRosa and Dan Plesac and Heidi Watney on the field, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB Network. Have a good night, everybody.
Fans, our final line score. First, for the victorious visiting team, 5 runs on 5 hits, 1 error. They left 4 men on base. For the home team, 4 runs on 5 hits, no errors. They left 9 runners on base. Time of the ball game, 3 hours and 13 minutes. Thank you for joining us here tonight. And we remind you to please drive home safely.